Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Cialdini, and I'd like to tell you about the Principles of Persuasion Workshop that my colleagues and I have developed. The workshop is designed to train participants to master the core influencing skills that are the foundation for success in sales, leadership, and relationship building. This is the only authorized workshop in the world based on my 30 years of research into the topics of persuasion, compliance, and negotiation. During this program, participants will learn how to first identify and use these core skills, next, how to recognize and benefit from the elusive moments of power during which people are particularly receptive to requests. They'll learn how to apply these skills in an ethical way in order to build mutually rewarding long-term relationships. They'll also be able to use their influencing skills to be effective with colleagues and co-workers, including even their superiors. They'll be able to recognize and manage influencing skills in those around them. And finally, they'll be able to influence others to change not just their attitudes, but their behaviors. The workshop opens by explaining how people far too often miss their opportunity to influence others in an entirely ethical way. Participants are introduced to the frequently overlooked but extremely important decision triggers that people usually rely on to identify solutions. Participants are also introduced to differentially effective uses of these triggers through the application of 3 different influence approaches. From there, the course is built around 6 universal principles of influence. These principles, which form the foundation of effective influencing skills, are based on proven scientific research. After the course, participants should be able to explain the 6 principles clearly and apply them in practice. Let's cover those principles briefly. First is reciprocity. It's the principle that gives the rule of give and take. Understanding this principle enables participants to strike a balance between giving on the one hand and receiving on the other, and to build the concept of mutual, profitable exchange into their relationships. Scarcity is the second principle. It's the one that states that we always want more of what we can have less of. Here, the participant learns how to frame situations, products, services in terms of powerful loss language. Next comes authority. That's the principle which recognizes that people want to follow the advice of legitimate authorities. Here, participants learn what makes an authority credible and trustworthy, and also how to distinguish between being an authority versus simply being in authority. Consistency is the principle that concerns individuals' needs to be consistent with their previous attitudes and behaviors. Participants learn how to identify and activate pre-existing commitments to their advantage, and how to build lasting commitments for the future. Consensus, that's the principle that explains why, if a lot of people are doing something, observers usually follow suit. Here, participants learn how to use the power of other people's actions to persuade. Lastly, liking is the principle that explains why people are naturally more influenced by those who like them. Participants learn about the factors that, according to scientific studies, most cause others to like them. Each of these 6 principles is introduced using scientific research and team-based exercises designed to give participants practical experience using the principles both singly and in combination. Finally, participants are taught how to integrate all 6 of the principles in a systematic way using practical examples from their own experience. By program's end, the participants are able to explain how they intend to use the principles of persuasion to increase their effectiveness. They're able to identify which principles and which combination of principles are most powerful in any given situation they're likely to face. And above all, participants leave with the ability to build long-term relationships that are productive, mutually beneficial, and founded on a sense of trust. Now, all principles of persuasion workshops can only be taught by an authorized Cialdini method certified trainer. I hope you'll take advantage of this unique opportunity. Thanks.